Hey all, we appreciate you making time to hear more about K2, K3, as I want to take a moment to highlight a few things of what to expect in this upcoming year. I'm Chad Bieber, a partner in a New York City asset wealth management tax practice. Also joining us today is Jason Becker. Jason's an international tax partner who focuses on our asset wealth management clients. And in addition, we have Tracy Keevan, a partner in our AWM and our tax technology leader. To say the least, K2, K3 is going to create a new layer of complexity for reporting for asset managers. And it further reinforces the IRS request for additional information, transparency, and standardization. The schedules K2, K3 are designed to provide that greater clarity for partners on how to compute their US tax liability with respect to items of international tax relevance, including how they should be claiming their deductions and credits when calculating their own liability to the US government. The time sensitivity for this challenge, well, the window for that is now. And the need for coordination, it's quite a few. It's looking at your investments, your investors, your IR and legal, your tax reporting team, and anyone else involved in that process. As with most elements of tax reporting for asset management, these forms are not always lined up with the issues we face for reporting on a day-to-day basis. So let's jump into some of these items in more detail. Jason, why don't you provide us a little bit of an overview of what it is going to mean when we think of the international tax impact and the perspectives we all need to be thinking about for our clients and the investments that we'll be reporting on in this coming year?
Yeah, if you think about what we're trying to achieve with K2, K3, this is really like a landscape shift in terms of how we've reported for international tax-related matters on income and expense and credits that come through pass-through entities. So in essence, if you think about the experience of asset managers historically, as we've had internationally relevant matters that go to our U.S. and foreign partners, we've really only reported just a few items about that on our partnership returns and then tried to document what we think they need to know in their footnotes to their K1 or their share of the income from that partnership. What K2, K3 does that's different is it dramatically changes the nature of what's being reported. In essence, now the IRS wants the pass-through entities and the partnerships in which these investors come in to effectively report in a very prescriptive and standardized way where we're going to be giving a lot more information than we ever have around the source of income, how we allocate and apportion expenses, how we deal with credits. It's all the things that we've been doing, but kind of been doing on an aggregate basis. And then there's more. We're doing some country by country reporting, some things that we think, go into, in essence, tax reform. So there's a lot to do around this. And this is a pretty major change in terms of the level of information that the IRS is going to get, the kind of transparency it's going to create. So now's really the time to be thinking about, how is this reporting going to affect the partnerships that we use in our fund structures, and what is it going to mean to the investor experience as we go forward?
Jason, thanks for those insights. I guess as you're thinking through the client conversations and everything that you're having take place, what are some additional insights you can share with us from those moments?
I think it's just the level of detail that's being reported. I mean, as opposed to having kind of this combination of stuff that gets aggregated and then in essence having discretion about what you put in the footnote and what you don't, just don't have that discretion anymore in this format. Almost every item of income has to be sourced in a specific way. You have to provide a lot more information with respect to how you allocate expenses. You're having to give country by country detail that we haven't had to give before. So I think the level of information that is having to be reported is getting people's attention. And then I think and a lot of people are focused on how are they managing the investor experience. You're going to go from giving them a K1 with this footnote information that they're accustomed to now getting a K3 with all these different parts that they've never seen before. And there's a real question about, how do we manage investors' expectations around this and help them understand what they're going to get so that, it's impactful and meaningful and, enhances the investment in the asset manager's fund.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. And perfect segue into our next issue on this is Tracy, the technology, the reporting. How does this all get done? We just heard from Jason, everyone has the fear and not understanding of what that transparency, that consistency, and that drive of the information and how we deliver that to our investors and clients will be. What is it that people can be doing now to be able to better be prepared for not just the reporting, but from a technology perspective as well?
Yeah, no, we're really excited from a technology perspective. An incredible challenge, as you and Jason have teed up. and working with your teams to figure out, what do we need from a technology perspective to make sure we help you as our clients report out this information both timely and correctly. With that challenge and kind of coming up with those requirements, it's been great to update our partner allocation and reporting solution to do this as part of our broader asset management digital solutions platform. And with our technology, we've been able to develop an update in one place and push out to all our clients. So I think this is just a great example of moving swiftly and quickly. With that, as Jason mentioned, there's going to be more data required. So really want to work with you and help you work with your ultimate investors to make sure you understand, what data is needed and, how and, where you want to report that throughout the new schedule K3. Additionally, you might not just be kicking out these schedules, but you also might be receiving them. So we complement our technology, the partner allocation, with the ability to read and organize all that information. And we're talking upwards of 18 pages. So being able to help you intake that and organize it, so again, you can meet all your reporting requirements, is really, really important. And then lastly, you have to get the information out to your investors. One of our technologies we think will be great in this space is Partner Hub, and that allows you to create a portal for you to be able to send investor information out to your ultimate clients. So all in, throughout our platform, we really are excited and welcoming this challenge for 2021 to be able to assist you in meeting these reporting requirements.
Thanks, Tracy. I guess same question that Jason was saying. When you've been talking with your clients, what is it that's been most impactful, or what have you been hearing that they're saying, this can't be, or how is this happening, or what should I be doing now?
Yeah, the number one question is, are you sure 2021? Are you sure we can get this to 2022? And unfortunately, the answer consistently is no matter how much we are with you on that. And then second to that, again, it's just understanding, how will this change your process and helping educate you, both from a technology and a tax technical perspective on what you need to be thinking about it. How does this relate to your funds? How do you narrow down the impact? Obviously, not all parts will be applicable in every situation, and just boiling it down to something that you can wrap your arms around.
Thank you, Tracy. And I guess as we think through kind of the technology side of things as well, how is it that you've helped build in that customization, or really being able to build out something that is unique or tailored to, the clients that we're working with, or making sure we can have that happen?
Starting from a really solid base with our current technology, we're really excited that it was just a matter of bolting this on to that technology and capitalizing off the ability to tier, allocate appropriately, and sort of meet the regular requirements that go along with the Schedule K1. So again, a really interesting challenge, but we started from a point of a solid infrastructure.
So Tracy, when do you think all of this could be actually up and running within the systems within PwC?
We're ready to go for 2021. We're pretty excited. We got started early and feel great about bringing this to you all to experience right in time for our upcoming busy season.
So Jason and Tracy, thanks again so much for the time today. I guess key takeaways are just insights that we want to just make sure that people leave today with feeling like I can do this or I got this. Jason, from an international or investment perspective, what are your thoughts there?
I mean, two things. I think the biggest thing you can be doing right now is just thinking about impact, right? And the way you do that is you look at the partnerships in your fund structures and think about who are the partners in that fund or in that vehicle, who's US, who's foreign, what's their profile, and then thinking about the investment strategies that the partnership might command, because it's the combination of those two things which really going to drive which parts of the K2, K3 you have to be reported and what the investor experience is. And I think as people are thinking about how to make those assessments and think about impact and how they want to report for that, you also want to give some consideration to timing. Different asset managers release K1s at different points in the year. So really want to prioritize the fund products that you might be releasing K1s early in the year, because that's going to be upon us soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. Tracy, your quick hit.
Yeah, no, a lot going on here, but I agree with Jason and echo him. We're here to help. We have a great suite of technology solutions for you to check out and for us to bring to your ultimate needs. Mentioned a few of them on the call today, but again, similar to Jason, always happy to have a conversation around technology and explore even better reasons or more reasons or different ways we can assist you.
Fantastic. Thank you all. We appreciate you all joining us for this brief video conversation on K2, K3, and we hope to hear from you all soon if we're not already talking to you about this. Please see information below for contact details and other sites where you can find available PwC information on K2, K3 discussions.